Hey guys, welcome to REV Presents, our monthly content series where we connect with the biggest stakeholders in the gaming and esports space. I'm Tony Yuan, the Director of Gaming of REV, the gaming and esports division of Revolution. This month, we have a special treat for y'all as we're speaking with Thomas Hajduk, the Director of Marketing for OTK, one of the most innovative content creator organizations in the gaming industry. What's up, Thomas?
What's up, man? Excited to be a part of the show and the video. And yeah, looking forward to talking about some stuff in the space.
Awesome. Excited to have you on. Today we'll be touching on the evolution of gaming content and brand marketing in the space, with the amount of available content growing exponentially as gaming becomes increasingly popular within mainstream culture. So before we jump into the content, let's start with a fun question. Thomas, what's the favorite game that you're playing right now?
Recently picked up Rainbow Six Siege. It's got a bunch of new characters and stuff like that. A little bit of a different game than I'm normally playing, so it's a fun one.
Cool, yeah, Rainbow Six, definitely a fun game that I've played in the past. It reminds me a little bit of the combination of both casual and competitive gaming, where at the very top, it's it's very competitive, there's a lot of layers to it, yeah. But when it's a casual game, you can just go in and screw around with your buddies, lots of fun.
Oh yeah, it's one of those games that you can get multiple rounds in with the friends and get, different kinds of experiences and have a good time overall. So it's a fun balance of competitive and fun, like you mentioned.
Awesome. So let's move into our first question and talk about the state of content in the gaming and esports space. With fans watching an average of 653 million hours of live streams per week in 2021, the audience for gaming content continues to grow quickly year over year. In the past, the growth of this gaming audience has been fueled by trends such as mobile gaming, esports, and mixed reality technology. But based on your observation in the past few years, where do you believe this new gaming audience is coming from?
Sure, Tony, the growth of social gaming, a lot of people just game with their friends, game after school, game with their buddies to connect on the weekend to relax. This growth of this casual to mid-core gaming audience, especially during the pandemic, as well as Gen Z, has significantly rise, and they're very involved on social media, and they're connected with the people that they really want to watch. And part of what they do is, on top of playing the games, they're also watching it through like YouTube and Twitch. For example, the Just Chatting 2 category has exploded throughout the last year, really capitalizing on a lot of personalities of different creators and combining the best of personalities when it comes to creators, but also gameplay. And overall, just it's opened a lot of new opportunities for creators to transform their content, and a lot of this content also gets is really popularly then posted on platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and such, where it goes viral, as well as a lot of these creators utilize their live streams from Twitch or YouTube and then repurpose it to smaller videos to kind of help that fill that consistent need of creating content and pushing content out almost daily.
Absolutely. The demand of content is definitely a huge part of that. And, the growth of social gaming, like you just touched on, has grown the gaming audience incredibly fast in the casual and mid-core audiences. Lots of new influencer fans, particularly within the Gen Z audience, as well as, Just Chatting becoming one of the top categories across gaming content. Whereas if you take a look at 5-6 years ago, all the top creators were just esports pros or video game streamers that stream League of Legends, Dota, Counter-Strike. Now the top creators are just doing reality show content, talking to their fans. They do play some video games, but the focus is now on the personality rather than the game, and it has gone, the overall audience, I think, has gone from a very hardcore audience to much more of a mid-core and casual audience.
Oh yeah, nothing can highlight that more than Asmongold, in my opinion, where he balances out opinion, talk, conversations with his chat, as well as people that he brings on, mixed in with his gameplay. He fits that formula exactly.
Love it. So another part of this, I believe, is more so in the increase in the number of content creators with the accessibility of creating gaming content. What it takes nowadays is a camera, a microphone, a decent PC, and you're ready to become a creator. How have you seen the rise of content creators and particularly the number of relevant content creators impact gaming content and the gaming business?
Yeah, so there's more content creators than ever before, and they range from different interests, different aspects of of gaming, ranging from your traditional like let's plays to conversations about patches to even the competitive side. Pros live streaming in their free time when they're not practicing, to even analysts and people that just like to talk about the game at a high level and recap events and react to stuff that's going on. So, like you said, anyone can do it. It's getting easier than ever. And then you get this whole nother new subcategory of creators that have come up from platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and even breaking out through like YouTube Shorts too as well, that have risen and gained, are now averaging anywhere between like 2,000 to 4,000 live concurrent viewers on Twitch. It's fantastic to see that lots of more people can become creators, but it makes it difficult to kind of navigate the field on understanding which creators are the best to collaborate for your brand, especially for marketers, because every creator is different, every goal and objective is different, so finding that balance is a little bit tricky. As well as for the creators themselves, maintaining that content output is very difficult. Balancing streaming, uploading, editing, and then all mixed in with all that, you got the monthly subscribers, the cycle of getting your Twitch Prime subs, all that stuff, and then just the content output. It can be very daunting, and unfortunately the direction has gone a little bit more towards quantity over quality, which is why I feel like events and more spectacle events that happen on Twitch and are way more popular, get people talking, get more people excited about what's going on in the space. A great example is Schooled, which is produced by OTK, thanks to our fantastic partner in Coinbase. It integrates 8 other like Twitch content creators or YouTube creators that are from the space, and they all play a game show to see if they can answer like basic questions that most like elementary through middle schoolers know. And it's a spectacle. It's so fun. It's always great to see clips trending on Twitter, on Reddit, and stuff like that from the show. And then later on, creators reacting to the stream on their own channels, generating hundreds of thousands of additional views for the show and for our partners as well as for the OTK brand.
No, I think that makes a lot of sense. I mean, the increase in the number of content creators, particularly with gaming being a lot less top heavy nowadays. Previously in previous years, it was like there was a couple big guys
Yeah.
that made up like 70 to 80% of all streaming hours, and then there was everyone else. Now there's a lot of creators that are involved, and there's almost a abundance of content in gaming, particularly in live stream and these VOD content pieces. So kind of touching on that, how has this phenomenon of abundance of content affect both creators and the gaming audience? You were talking a little bit about big events. Talk to us about how these events stand out in the sea of content and can help both creators and potentially brands create memorable moments in gaming.
Right. So these events, they really capture the community in the sense of like presenting a unique opportunity where different creators that normally do not either collaborate frequently or interact frequently to come together in like one singular spot in a specific time frame, like around 2 hours to 3 hours, where it's not super taxing or intrusive of people's personal time. And it puts them in an environment where it's usually fun, it's usually engaging, and it gives the viewers a unique opportunity to see their creator in a different setting other than them standing behind their desk and their normal thing playing either Apex, Battlegrounds, or Valorant, that normal stuff. And it brings the best out of the creators, especially between the dynamics between the engagements that these creators have with each other. And I think that's what draws people in the most and keeps people heavily more engaged than ever before, is that differential and this deviation from the norm that they expected. And what's great about this for brands is brands get to capitalize on these like high moments, that basically hype moments that happen throughout the event. People share the clips with their friends, people re-upload the clips onto YouTube and stuff like that, so that you get that great visibility. But also OTK helps kind of control the setting and control the deliverables, so it meets the standard of most brands, especially for example like Coinbase. We have custom CTAs filmed in between each week that call out Coinbase, call about all the benefits. We do engagements through the chat, rewarding people that participate, reward people that are involved, and it gets an overall unique sense that you just can't beat other than just experiencing live. You guys should really check it out. It's really awesome to watch. We've had guests ranging from like T-Pain to Ludwig to even YouTubers like Typical Gamer and stuff like that. So we have a wide range of creators join on, and we have a fantastic host, Miz, who basically carries it. But OTK helps enable that through our marketing, design, branding, and then the production side. We have a whole production in-house that helps carry the show, make it happen, and make it come to life. That's truly a unique experience unlike anything before, and it's all authentic because the host has a very authentic connection with the creators and the chat and just the culture of Twitch as a whole. So yeah, that's kind of like an overview of why we stand
Oh,
out.
I agree. I think that, with, again, the increasing amount of content, it's tougher to cut through the noise and the clutter in the space. And by bringing together a number of big creators and creating a big relevant moment, you can really cut through that noise and make yourself memorable in the space. I think that's increasingly relevant in brand marketing as well, with more brands becoming involved in the gaming space, copying what other brands do with social posts, sponsored streams, and owned events. Of course, gaming talent also doing the same thing for their sponsors. Brands need to be in touch with the industry and know their creators and audience to capitalize on these trends rather than rely only on what has worked in the past. So I would say a good brand campaign requires a mix of evergreen assets and big moments in order to stand out from the rest, particularly if there's a big yearly release or new product that's coming out. The evergreen assets are not just are not going to cut it alone. So make sure you check out OTK and their content if you want to know what a great event looks like. And that is it for this episode of RevXP Presents. Thank you for joining us, Thomas. And before we go, where can the viewers find you online?
You can find me if you just look me up as Thomas Hajduk, Hajduk for my last name. Basically, all on major social media, Twitter, LinkedIn. Feel free to connect. I love engaging with people, especially that are interested in the space, helping them educate about the space, what opportunities are. Same thing with OTK. And yeah, just find me there. And I have a pretty unique last name, so it's pretty hard to not find me.
Sounds good. All right, y'all. Make sure you follow Thomas, one of the brightest minds in our industry. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next month.
Bye.